nonsense I don't want to deal with, but this final pick coming out from SRG is going to be important because Irithel and Arla, they're going to say, yo, we're just not going to give Glue space, we're going to make sure we can stay far, far away, and SRG is like, you know what? If you want to try and pull away from us, we're going to figure out a way to get even deeper into enemy lines with the Claude.
I am not personally a big fan of Claude anymore. I have to say, there's less stuff that directly counters him this game, but it feels like the hero is lacking something.
Is it lacking something? I mean, the whole team wants to kind of run forward into the enemy squad, and hopefully the deadly catch is going to be enough.
Man, I hope that will be the case because Red is drafting a really very scary draft to counter everything that SRG is throwing at them in terms of the dive, but we shall see how they will execute that one.
I think it's going to be a very cold war between the two. A war of information. Whoever has more information can make the better decisions as we head on over into the land of Dawn. We're jumping right into this best of 5. Game number 2 on its way. 1-0 for Red Esports. SRG looking to equalize.
Step by step, Red v Red. Hopefully, you all are ready for this because it's going to be game 2. And SRG are looking to make up for past grievances and get a huge advantage in the series.
Now, I am a little bit worried about SRG in these cases because I feel like Red Esports' composition so easy to pull off, right? You see 5 people coming at you, you press one button, you disengage. That's what it feels like.
I agree with you, Gideon. I feel like they have a lot of stuff, though.
Please, please, kid.
Grace,
gotta go.
Grace just barely blocked that last hit from the Loyi. Otherwise, Kim was dead.
I'm telling you, the pucker factor in this game is going through the roof, man. It's just the butts. The butts, man. It's got to squeeze those buns. It's scary. It's really, really scary. And it doesn't help the fact that when looking at the emblems as well, we are expecting Cram to actually rotate much faster than this Phoveus by trying to control the lane, but even so, reach there as quick as possible. Let's not forget, even back to Master Assassin up against this Claude.
If he's able to get going, we've already seen how much damage Irithel can do. He farmed a little slower than Innocent in the previous game, but I feel like Irithel will have a greater impact compared to Claude at most stages. So farm speed, we'll have to see.
I am curious about how Grace is going to play it because, again, this is Arla. It is a huge playmaker, but at the same time, doesn't exactly have the best escape mechanics. Once you're in, you're pretty deep in there, and there's no means of escape unless Sensui drops the ult.
But I don't think Grace is too... hold on.
Oh, deadly catch all the way up to the top lane. Innocent hopes to run away, but he decides to run right into the face of
Wow! No!
That's a toy, and that worked out!
No!
Normally you want to run back, right? But he's like, no, let me face the enemy! But speaking of facing the enemy, Innocent, what are you doing? Why are you still in the lane? As he helps things out and he managed to kind of drop in an assist.
I can't.
And then Cram dies to the tower as Great, looking for him.
But it doesn't seem like they will be able to find the Innocent at this point in time. Owl wants to catch up, but wasn't able to. What is this Pucker Fest?
Oh man, when you said pucker factor, the teams heard you.
It's too literal. It's too literal. I feel like my vertigo is kicking in. It feels like I'm looking at the side of like a 20-story building, and then I can't see the bottom where the pavement is. And I'm like, nah. I don't want to stand so close to the edge anymore.
At this point in time, Gideon is just inside out.
I'm about to throw up. The margins are very, very narrow. And I think that Red Esports generally should have a better way of opening up the map compared to SRG. But like, it felt like that early game, hey, we don't need the information. It's about trading.
In comparison, I think Red Giants will be able to make stuff happen quicker because they do have this mid trio of Matilda, Loyi, Alpha compared to Red Esports. But Red, if they can keep things consistent, have a stronger mid game, in my opinion.
Circling Eagle connects down, right down onto Grace. Quick flicker away. It doesn't seem like he will be using his final sledge just yet as Cram runs right into his face and really want to do something about this. But Cram immediately gets away with the guiding wind.
Yeah, able to get away, no problem. Unfortunate, slightly missed opportunity, but honestly, they got battle spells out of Grace, which I think is good enough. He's not going to have that flicker for the upcoming turtle, and hopefully that's going to be enough for SRG to maybe find some angles. Interesting position here down on the bot side, though.
Good amount of gathering around this bottom side of the map. We know that Cram already had the recall because he joined those fights and took a lot of damage. So I guess,
Actually lands, but Yums, he did manage to just get himself away pretty simply. Red Esports doesn't seem like they have very good follow-ups even after their final slash.
I'm a little worried here. It's not unusual for Cram to join fights a lot more often than his opposing EXP laner, but he's losing a lot of lane presence.
Yeah, Sensui's getting a free push on bot side. He's got the tier 1.
And now all 5 members from the side of SRG marches himself over to the turtle side, and it does seem like Split connects down in the grace and managed to yoink him out of commission.
I am very confused. So Sensui goes out to the bot side, gets the tier 1. What is the rest of the team doing? Like, why are we even bothering to contest this? You just need to protect them from the dive.
I agree with you. No reason for them to contest the turtle when their jungler is literally doing something.
Hey, yo, whoa, whoa.
Iris is just taking the entire wall all by himself. He wants to walk the glue underneath the turret, but he continues up with the Inferno Pursuit.
Why?
I think he wanted to have like
I get it.
Small little No, wait,
iframe.
It's no longer iframe, right? It's just untargetable, right?
He wanted a bit because Cram was going to eventually kill him if he didn't get some extra HP from using his ult. So he had to do it, and then Cram just pulled him away.
But then you would leave Cram underneath the turret and you would force Yums to have to use the guiding winds. I don't see the value of like giving the free delivery without the guiding winds. At least force something out of them, right?
Maybe playing around with the Brave Smite is what is in his mind at a point in time.
I suppose. I think there was a hard way to punish regardless, but now Yums with the Flask of the Oasis complete. Stormy trying to TP. Where's he TPing to?
Oh, Sensui!
What?
Surprise!
Ow!
Right in there at the perfect time.
How did they know he was there and on the opposite side of the map?
And speaking of which, Grace, surprisingly, he still survived all of that. Innocent melted down right underneath his own turret.
Okay, so they do get a little bit of trade on both sides. However, Red Esports still a turret ahead of Selangor Red Giants, despite the gold lead only being 500. We haven't really broken even just yet, and Cram just showing why he's an absolute monster on this glue.
This glue is just hands down annoying, as we have talked about time and time again. The Inferno Pursuit can only get him so far, but Red Esports seems to kind of want to continue this. Grace immediately vengeance forward on the Cram, but at least they know the turtle's coming.
Wait, Stormy's opening up the map on towards the purple side.
Doesn't seem like things are going to be working. Oh, catch and everything else is going to be puckering out for us. Owl gets onto his motorbike and he's going to be A-okay, at least for now. The rest of the members from the side of Red Esports, there are no one down just yet, but Sensui takes the fall instead.
If Cram does not get the MVP by the end of this game, or we see a bigger play from out of the rest of the members of SRG, I'm going to be very disappointed because Cram is in full control. He is in the driver's seat. He is pushing out everybody else and telling the Tesla car, hey, I don't need that AI. I got my own 2 hands and feet.
Red Esports definitely dealing with a bit of cockroach problem right now, and Cram is not letting them go. That previous fight actually could have ended really badly because the flicker from Yums pulled them into the Deadly Cat final slash combo. When we talked about this, Red Esports needs items. They need the mid game to really do enough DPS, and because of that, Red Giants were not punished.
Yeah, let's also not forget that in terms of like AoE damage, like yes, Owl is supposed to be the big damage dealer, but sometimes he can't go into position. The worst part about Sensui, the Deadly Catch is a great idea. However, he is a melee-based hero. If he wants to get that passive off, it's kind of tough to walk up to SRG.
And we can really see that SRG as well, starting to look a bit more like SRG. They are reading their opponent's movements. That previous diversion play to find Sensui, I don't know how they tracked his position like that, but this is good. This is exactly what we want to see. And Cram, when he's on heroes like this, the Glue, the Tamus, the CC, he makes things happen.
Sensui.
Can he get out?
Check
Not
it.
again!
Oh, no!
Here's Johnny as the Raz of Selangor Red Giants knocks on the door of Sensui, bringing him down once again on his split push journey.
It's too telegraphed. I think that SRG have figured out a pattern about Red Esports. They noticed the first time of the split push, the 4v5 up by Turtle side, and they haven't let it go just yet. They get confirmation with Cram, counting the number of members down on the opposite side before they make the call.
Things are looking up now for the Red Giants and looking down for Red Esports.
Everyone wants a piece of Cram. And look at this. Red Esports, they choose to slap the cockroach right in the face, but yet he's still flying around. Well, at least, well, he's kind of half dead at this point in time. But Selangor Red Giants, they still manage to get a lot of heal right out of that.
I know we keep calling him a cockroach and some people may take offense to Cram, but you have to admit this man is eating nukes to the face. Just like cockroaches, he survives the toughest of scenarios, even if it's radiation. Cancer, not a problem. I'm glue. I can take it.
I feel like you guys wouldn't appreciate him in Singapore either because he's just leaving stuff on the floor everywhere.
We're gonna find him, man. At this point, we're gonna find him.
Well, the fight is going here. They're rushing straight in.
And immediately Innocent manages to find one. And do we have more of this? Red Esports, 3 men taken down. Selangor Red Giants, this is just annoying from the side of Cram.
I swear, more teams are going to start picking up glue now that the world is watching us here in playoffs. We saw this in the regular season, and I've been waiting for a time where the rest of the world is going to figure out an answer to this Phoveus. But now, at least with the meta and the way that it's positioned in the draft, especially against Red side, this is a great answer. Just look at the control he has.
You know, I can't help but see Glue and just be like, yeah, that is someone that's going into Singaporean land and just throwing chewing gum on the floor.
Well, he is in the Jellyman skin as well. Straight up.
Yeah, eating it back and then throwing it back out again. Kind of the reason why we kind of banned chewing gums in the first place.
Hold on.
And
not done.
Tensui gonna be taken down once again as now Cram makes his debut right in the face of Grace. Taking 2% off from the side of Red Esports while the Lord is preparing to plunder right down the middle lane.
It kind of looks like SRG has kind of found their footing. They've got their momentum again back to regular season form.
And now the rest of the Selangor Red Giants knocks onto the door on the side of Red Esports. And now in further pursuit from the side of Iris, hope that he will be able to keep people alive. But now it's just going to be left with Kim. What can he possibly do? As Selangor Red Giants knocks on the core and shattered it to the core.
This is what we've been waiting for, isn't it, Gideon? This is the Selangor Red Giants.
They've equalized at the very least. Trying their absolute best each time, but